Hi, it's O.U812 Carlson here, and today we're going back to the world of Van Halen. At long last, after nothing ever happened with them for decades, we finally have remastered reissues of the albums from the Sammy Hagar era of the band in a new box set. This is Van Halen 1986 to 1996, a box set compiling the 4 albums they recorded with the Red Rocker on vocals, and of course, an extra disc of bonus rarities. I'm going to unbox this release and I will share my opinions. There's the front cover. Got a nice silver rings logo there. That looks absolutely gorgeous. Top of the box is just plain. Side of the box has the title of the set. Got a Warner Records logo at the bottom there. Back cover has a list of the albums and the tracks that are on each, so that's 5 CDs total. There's the sides of the spines for the individual albums. Bottom's just got our barcode and copyright information. So now let's take a look and see what we actually get in here. And we'll start at the beginning with 1986's 5150, Van Halen's 7th album, the first to feature Sammy Hagar on vocals, and of course, the first not produced by Ted Templeman. I've always loved that cover art there. There's the back cover. And some of these albums don't have the track list printed on the back, so I'm guessing these are just meant to be replicas of the original vinyl sleeves where applicable. And then inside each one of these, we get a smaller sleeve that's got the CD in it. On this side, we got a nice Van Halen logo. And they got lyrics and credits on this side. Again, I'm guessing this mirrors the original vinyl release of the album. Here's what the CD looks like. All the CDs other than the bonus CDs pretty much have this same Warner Records vinyl looking label, so I'm not going to pull all the other discs out, but they all generally look like that. And 5150, of course, was a huge hit for the band, featuring songs like Love Walks In, Why Can't This Be Love, Best of Both Worlds, and Dreams. Of course, the latter will forever be known for its music video with the aerobatic presentation by the Blue Angels. And moving down the list, we come to 1988's OU812. And this one continued the string of hits with Sammy fronting the band, including When It's Love and Finish What You Started. And again, we have lyrics printed on the back. I assume this is a reprint of what the original vinyl version of the inner sleeve would look like. And then we come to the third Sammy-fronted album, that being 1991's For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge. And this one gave us tracks like Pound Cake, Right Now, Top of the World, and it actually did bring back Ted Templeman in the producer's chair, the only non-David Lee Roth album that he worked on. And Andy Johns also worked on this as well, another very prolific producer. Here is the inner sleeve. Of course, a lot of these are vinyl reprints, so the text is pretty small because they're vinyl reprints, and they didn't really do a whole lot of reformatting for the CD format. But again, that's commonplace when you do a lot of these little sleeves like this. And even though these are little like vinyl replica sleeves, they're actually pretty sturdy and thick cardboard, so they don't just feel like a really cheap job, and that's nice. The last of the 4 studio albums to feature Sammy Hagar on vocals is 1995's Balance. And this one's a bit of an oddity in their catalogs. It's one of the few Van Halen albums that doesn't really have any instantly recognizable hits on it. Despite that, it's actually a very good album. I just went back and re-listened to each one of these before I recorded this video, and Balance has some very underrated tunes on it, and this is one I'll certainly find myself going back to a little more often. And the final disc in this set is Studio Rarities 1989 to 2004, featuring assorted tracks from the Van Hagar era of the band that aren't on an album for whatever reason. There's a list of the tracks right there. So some of the stuff you get on here includes, it says some of these actually are taken from the CDs of earlier albums, so I'm guessing those were probably like Japanese bonus tracks. It's not uncommon for Japanese versions of CDs to add a bonus track so that people aren't tempted to import the much cheaper American versions. And then you also have some B-sides, got some tracks from the Twister motion picture soundtrack. and the 3 tracks that were recorded with Sammy Hagar for the 2004 Best of Both Worlds Greatest Hits compilation. So that's a pretty thorough set. The only real complaints I have about this are, first of all, it does not include the live album that the band recorded with Sammy Hagar. That just got a vinyl reissue, but sadly not a CD reissue, and this would have been the perfect place to do that. Also, there are no liner notes of any kind other than those reprints of the older credits and so forth. There's also no DVD, so there's no video component. It would have been nice to have all the music videos from this era in one place, and again, this would have been a nice place to do it. But overall, I mean, this set retails for like $40, $45, and you get 5 discs worth of content, so it's really not a bad deal, especially considering these are remastered. I don't own any older CD release of these albums, so I can't really say how the sound quality stacks up, but in my CD player, they all did sound very good, and I don't think fans will be disappointed with what they hear here. So if you are a fan of the Red Rocker years of Van Halen, I'm not going to get into one of those Dave versus Sammy debates here, but if you're a fan of this era, this set definitely comes highly recommended to anyone who still gets their music on CDs. Are you a Van Halen fan? What's your favorite era? What's your favorite album? What's your favorite song? Comment down below and let me know what you think. Also, remember to subscribe to this channel for more content. I'm always posting new videos, and make sure you give this one a like if you found it helpful. I'm Taylor T. Carlson. See you next time.